What's up, you guys? Alright, we are in Livingston, California right now, northbound Highway 99. Just passing by the exit right here where the TA truck stop is. We are on our way to pick up a load, Coca-Cola related load, I know, from a shipper in Turlock, California, which is just 10 or so miles north of here. And yeah, we're going to be picking up at Superstore Industries. I've been to this customer a couple times before. I want to say delivered to them though on both. I could be wrong. I know for sure I've been to the same customer, but I just can't remember if it was deliveries or one delivering to pickup or what. I'd have to recheck my records. Anyway, I've been having problems with my dash cam. I think it might be a bad power cord. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this actually, this whole entire video recorded for you guys. Fingers crossed, if you see it at all, then we're in luck. Why is this car going so slow? Alright, anyway. Yeah, so last video I believe you saw would have been the Hobby Lobby pickup load in Oklahoma City. I really wanted to get the delivery videos for the two stores that I delivered to. First one was yesterday morning in Palmdale, California. That's only like 45 or so miles, whatever it is, from my house. And then did a final stop in Lakewood, California, which is just east of what we call the Long Beach Freeway, the 710 freeway. Yeah, that one, that Lakewood delivery was definitely an interesting one with getting docked in there. Yeah, you know, because I could not come in from the west. It was actually a truck-restricted road west of where the store is at. So I had to come in from the east. And the dock is on the southwest end of the lot for the Hobby Lobby store there. So, yeah, but then I'm pulling a 53-foot trailer. There's not exactly an abundance of room there, or ample room to work with there to dock in. So it was kind of a tricky setup there. We're not really here to talk about that particular video though. It's just I really wish I would have had the footage of it. It's hard to really tell a story about the setup there without the actual footage to show you how messed up it was. Well, let's just say it involved me facing the wrong way on the street that's just to the south of their building and backing up facing the wrong direction, and so I could sight into the dock door. Yeah, fun times. Okay, we're in Delhi, California now. Real quick, we're not going to be on the road a bunch longer here before we're off, and just to maybe a quick little thing there. I was talking to a friend of mine at JCT. He regularly watches my videos too. He and I were on the phone yesterday and kind of got on that whole subject of how, you know, their paradigm's been away between what drivers today are trained to do, or, you know, whether they're being trained properly or not. Sometimes it's the carrier actually teaching them bad information, and other times it's because, you know, the thought process really has changed, maybe because the court cases have dictated that they do that. Case in point, I've talked about this before, where, and this is more specifically what he and I were talking about too, was involving two right turn lanes. You know, where what lane you're supposed to be in, and I think it was in a situation where I think it was in the outer lane like it was supposed to be, or if you're trained the way everybody teaches now, or all the carriers teach now, and for good reason. Stay in the outermost lane when you're at when you're in a multi-lane turn intersection. Only use the inner lane if you're making the immediate turn that's in the same direction after that, and also when there's actually enough room for you to do it. General rule is, though, if you cannot make your turn without encroaching in an adjacent turn lanes area, and there's traffic in that lane, you better yield the right of way to them, because it's their lane, and it's your responsibility to yield to them. Now, he was talking about drivers, like sometimes they say they have this I got more miles backward than you have forward, or kind of stuff, or just drivers who say they have a lot of experience, and then it turns out they don't really have a lot of experience at all. Sometimes they just say this shit just to try to win an argument or something, and they could really be a rookie just claiming they got decades of experience or some shit. Case in point, he was trolling the, I don't know, maybe the Bonehead Truckers group. He likes to troll some of the groups just for fun, just post stuff just to get people going. But yeah, anyway, you got people going in there, and I guess one person who just would not stop, badgering him about it. So he got to the point where he had to resort to blocking him, which he doesn't normally do, but the person just didn't know when to shut up, pretty much. And this guy ended up this person ended up using like a second profile that they have, and started harassing him with it and all that. Well, anyway, he goes on this guy's profile, and this guy's a record driver, a Rotator driver, heavy-duty tow truck driver. So, and you got to thinking, do you really even have the experience you say you have? Because if you're driving a Rotator, I mean, even if the guy's had a CDL for a long time, how often do those guys who drive Rotators actually, how much OTR actual experience do most of those guys even have? I think a lot of them are younger guys who haven't even had CDLs for all that long. But you never know. I don't want to generalize the entire population of guys who have Rotator experience. I'd like to know that. If you guys, if anybody watching has experience with driving Rotators or heavy-duty tow trucks, what kind of experience did you have prior to doing that kind of work? Did you have OTR experience at all? How much did you have? I'm really interested in knowing now. Get kind of a better concept of what the demographic of that group is. But anyway, yeah, there are a lot of, I've seen plenty of other times, even like for me too, where someone claims that they have like 20 or whatever years of experience, and then it turns out they give you other little details that make you have reason to believe they don't actually have that kind of experience. Now, my friend there, actually one of the I think the main thing he was complaining about was people camping out in the middle lane. Truckers camping out in the middle lane, like in 3-lane areas like we're in right here. Alright, so for one, in California, it's actually illegal for truckers to camp out in that middle lane. You can only be in there if you're actively passing somebody. Other states, that might be fair game, but now my friend, he's been driving for 20 plus years, and legitimately has been driving for that many. Alright, well, West Main, 1 mile away, this is our exit coming up. He was always trained to stay right. He didn't even mention the rationale for it, but I had told him, I've always found that drivers with a certain level of experience, like we'll just say about 15 plus years of experience, they definitely had a very clear difference in their mentality with, to what current modern day drivers are, or more new, recently trained drivers do. Both in terms of staying in the right lane versus the middle lane, and also which lane to use when you're in when you got two right turn lanes. So I even had an argument with my trainer about this when I was on his truck, because when I went through CDL school, I was very specifically taught always use the outermost lane. Doesn't matter if you're making a right turn or a left turn. Because I remember even asking the instructor, well, what happens if I need to make a right turn and then another immediate right after it? Because that does happen. Like, it doesn't matter. You still got to use the outer lane. It's like, and then just wait until it's safe to make your next turn. So I'm like, oh, okay. So anyway, I tell my friend, yeah, I noticed all these, a lot of drivers who have my friend's kind of experience, OTR, they all have the same thought there, stay to the far right at all times, and the whole reason for that is because they're trying to protect their blind side. Back in the day, trucks did not have hood mirrors. None of the trucks had hood mirrors. Nowadays, a large number of trucks have them. There are plenty of them out here that don't have them, but most of the trucks you'll find out here have at least a passenger side hood mirror, if not both front passenger and driver side hood mirrors, like my truck here. So they're like, with the hood mirrors, there is no blind spot over there. You can, if you're looking in the right mirror at the right time, you will see anything and everything in the adjacent lane. There is nothing you cannot see over there if your mirrors are adjusted properly and you're using them properly. But like I said, back in the day, like when my friend started driving, and I don't know when hood mirrors even started coming around, but there was a point in time when trucks did not have hood mirrors, and they also didn't have this side guard system on it. Over here on the right side of my truck, that'll actually go ape shit if it's armed, and and there's something on my right side that thinks I'm going to hit, it'll warn me. Even if I didn't have hood mirrors, it would warn me. So the mentality of drivers back then, when they did not have hood mirrors on any trucks, asshole, stay right at all times. You don't want anybody to have any chance to camp out in your blind spot over there on the right side of your truck. So, and he was kind of dealing with somebody who was just, oh, I don't like dealing with on-ramp traffic. Okay, well, when the only way for a faster trucker to legally pass you is on the right side dealing with on-ramp and off-ramp traffic, now you're creating you're creating a more dangerous situation there. Not to mention, my trainer, with the argument that I had with him, was we were delivering a load in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I remember I was getting off at a cloverleaf style off ramp, and there were two right turn lanes. And because I was trained to use the outermost lane, all right. So this light coming up ahead is gonna, we're gonna turn left. But anyway, I used the outer lane, and he kept telling me to get in the inner lane. I'm like, this is completely counter to what the CDL school was teaching me to do. And he was explaining to me it's to protect your blind side. And I ended up even consulting with our. All right, so Kilroy Road is the name of the street, by the way. Talked to our training and safety people. This was when I was at Cedar England, and asked them to clarify, because I was pretty certain that's what I was taught to stay in the outermost lane, and I wanted clarification and say, hey, can we get this resolved? Because I understand my trainer's rationale there, and he's trying to teach me the right way based on what was appropriate and standard practice back when he was first getting trained. All right, Second Street down. It's been a bit since I've been here, so I want to make sure I'm not going to miss the drive at the end of that street to turn on. But yeah, I ended up, they confirmed that you're supposed to stay in the outermost lane. That's the same way all of their CDL schools in England teach. I've also talked to drivers from other carriers about what their respective schools would teach them to do, and they all confirm they do the same exact thing. They were all taught the same thing: use the outermost lane. Doesn't matter if there's a lane to your right. Because the problem is, if you have not this street but the next one down here, if you have someone else in the adjacent lane and you have a hookup, if you have a sideswipe incident with them, when the cop shows up, they're going to give the ticket to whichever one of you encroached in the other one's lane. And I can confirm this from an occasion when I deliver, I can't remember if I was picking up or delivering. By the way, if you want to know about overnight parking in the area, yeah, you can park right here on the street. I'm not going to be overnight parking. Actually, my load is due for pickup in 40 minutes from now, so I'm going to be going straight in. Now, right where this truck is at, he just turned his headlights off. They're actually right before him. We're going to turn. Be a guard shack there. Let me fit in. Let's get checked into the guard shack real quick, and then we'll talk about that. Headlights off for courtesy to let this Hello, how you doing? Need me to open the doors or anything, or?
Huh?
Need me to open the trailer door or anything like that?
Oh, you've been here before?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay, there's no room to park inside. You have to move to the street.
Okay. Alright guys, there's no room for parking here right now, so he says I'll have to park in the street and wait, and we'll check in at the office after we get parked on the street. So I'll probably park over here in front of Mesilla Valley. We're good there. Anyway, going back to this guy, I guess he's waiting for me so he can come back in. Hoping stay close by here, that way I can just turn right back into the driveway from right where I'm at. Just want to make sure my tandems are close enough to the curb to not be a problem. Alright, that should be good there. Alright, we'll get checked in here. Maybe finish talking about that on the way in to the doctor or out of here. Alright guys, we're checked in and we got a dock door assignment immediately. Door 16. Kind of rock my tandems away from that curb real quick. Trying to, just in case there's, don't want it to go near that curb or, that fence and all that. Alright, it's going to be super easy docking here. Almost all of the dock doors are straight back setup. Plenty of ample room here. If you get one of the dock doors that's right by the shipping office, which is way over here by the street, That might be a different story here. Let's check with him again. Alright, thanks. Alright, so we're going to be docking in right next to a contractor pulling a JCT trailer. Right next to the door that this shag driver just pulled that trailer out of, actually. Now, I already got my doors open, so it's just going to be a real quick and easy straight on in. I don't have a good visual reference there to know where to start turning back the other way, so I'm just taking a wild guess now. I was way off. It's alright. Get my tandems over there to the center of the spot as quickly as I can, and yeah, I know that spot over there to my right is vacant anyway. I can see the line over there, but I can also see the wheel chock. That's good there. Let's square up now, see where we're at. Oh, that's right on the money there. That was a lucky turn. I just took a wild guess that my angle would be okay, and yeah, I was right on the money. Okay, I don't know if you noticed here, this guy here, what the hell is that? That's like an old, almost looks like a no, not mate trucking, but the design on the trailer looks very familiar. I don't know if it's like an old Mesilla Valley trailer or what, but you might have noticed that he was sitting there waiting for me, even though I was already up against the dock door. He waited to double, he wanted to be sure that I was not going to want to pull forward to reset. That's a good courteous driver there. Good experienced, courteous driver. Professional there, I would say. All right, I'm going to get my wheel chocks in. We'll get through loading here, and we'll have some more for you when we're docking out. Alright guys, we're done loading here. Just pull forward. The guy's our loader's gonna seal my trailer up in a second. Should be good, alright. Alright, we're sealed up and everything. I'm just gonna head over here and creep over here and get my bills.
You have 4 hours and 59 minutes of remaining drive time.
Yeah, it's almost 8:30 now. So another couple of it should be about half an hour-ish. I can have a 2-hour split complete. I got 5 hours left on my clock right now, and I'd like to be able to get what I can out of it as far down the road as I possibly can before shutting down. But I gotta be careful there about. I don't want to jackknife and hit my cab extenders. I'm way off there because I can see that guy over there in my hood mirror. Actually, right there. Not too far off there. The other guy looks like he's coming in. Yeah, anyway, I don't want my 14-hour clock to run down and create a problem for me, so or to be able to make full use of my 11-hour clock. So what I'll probably do is, because I still got to get my bills anyway, I'll probably make sure I get a full 2-hour break here before I leave. That way I can stop my 14 and get back what I lost by sitting here in the dock door. And we'll get out of here. Alright, so I'm going to go get checked out, get my bills. Assuming they are, if I remember right, yeah, I can go pick them up right now. We'll get out of here and we'll finish this. We'll still tell you about where I'm going to skittle it and all that, where it's going and whatever, and we'll finish this up. Alright guys, changed my mind here. It's, I actually have about 25 or so minute gap between my 11 and 14-hour clocks. And I'm going to be running on recaps. So, let's see here. Just make sure I'm clear of that guy there. Alright, yeah, I got 6:14 or so left on my 70-hour clock. And I want to get 6-something back in recaps tonight, so I don't really much care as long as I get a few hours down the road, which basically at least to Bakersfield would be great. He's over there checking the other guy in, so I'm gonna wait for him to clear me to leave first. All right, thanks. Alright, yeah, he says we're gonna go here, so get this off, my seatbelt on, and we'll get out of here. Find the right side of it. There we go. Alright, this is a heavier load. I did not even look at what it is. I know it's Coca-Cola product. I assume that it's like citrus drinks or something. Can't get to the... Yeah, it's 32 plus 32 start-stop mode load. Simply Lemonade. Alright, so Simply Lemonade product, juices. It's going to Auburndale, Florida, to the Coca-Cola facility over there. I've picked up from that Coca-Cola plant a number of times. Don't know that I've ever delivered there. I've definitely picked up from there numerous times though. I can't guarantee I'll be able to get you footage of the delivery because the dash cam's been acting up. I got a new power adapter for it on the way, but I don't expect that it'll be at my house and in a position where I can get to it until I get back home for whenever I get home again in the area. So we'll just kind of play it by ear. Expect that I might not get you a delivery video to post, but we'll try. If it cooperates, great. But expect that it might not cooperate. So fingers crossed we'll get you some some video footage.
You have been transitioned to driving due to exceeding the 20-mile-per-hour limit for yard move.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I yard moved it over to the guard shack and totally forgot about that. Alright, anyway. Yeah, we're going to come over to the TA in Livingston and scale out. It's a 42,000 pound load, so I definitely want to scale it. My load gauge says I should be around 33,000 or so on my drive axles. And the last pallet is not super close to the back of the trailer, so I'm pretty certain it's going to scale okay, but want to double check. Especially there's a slight chance I might also be able to drop it in our Davenport drop yard or swap it off along the way somewhere, because I do anticipate being able to get there ahead of schedule. So we'll see how it goes on that. Whatever the case, we'll just kind of play it by ear, alright? Otherwise, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call this, there's someone coming over here. Would have been nice to know if you thought you were turning earlier. It's hard to tell when someone's coming back there, but alright, we're good here. Alright, like I said, we're going to stop at the T in Livingston and scale out and call it a day there, right? If I will give you guys an update later on, right? Hopefully you'll have things I see while trucking compilation for you as well. I know I've been talking about it, just haven't gotten any posted. So all goes well, we'll get one of those for you guys as well between now and the next video you see, the next pickup delivery video you watch, right? Alright, I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching this. Thanks for hanging out, alright? We'll see you on the next video, alright? Y'all have a great night. See you then.